So this will be a tarot reading, just because I'm not really going into this with any sort of intention, any specific intention. Maybe I should shuffle this away from the microphone. I just had some time before my plans for this evening, and I felt kind of called to do one anyways. For anyone who doesn't know my ritual for shuffling tarot cards, I will split the deck and do a bridge 3 times until the bottom of the deck is upright. And I don't really consider it in the overall reading, but I just like to make note of what card I end up finishing that beginning ritual at. And just now we have the Emperor on the bottom. So again, no specific intention going into this reading, but with the Emperor on the bottom, this does sort of make me think that this reading is about someone in particular. So I guess we'll just see what cards come out. Also, excuse the lighting, I don't feel like turning the light on. The Two of Wands. This is also the Botanica tarot deck. Botanica is what it's called, by Kevin J. Stanton. This is arguably my favorite deck, and I've had it for a couple of years. How long has it been now? When did I get it? I think I got it in 2021. So it's been about 4 years. But Two of Wands. What else? 8 of Swords. Seven of Swords. Also excuse any loud shuffling. Page of Cups. I'm rolling my eyes because initially I wasn't going to take the bottom of the deck, but I'm going to put it down. Also, the way that I like to format my spreads, it's usually I have a main row that contains some sort of main message, and then the bottom of the deck is at the end of pulling the row is sort of an overall energy or an overall message, or something else to consider when interpreting the main row. And usually I like to do 2 or 3 rows. I think I will do 3 for this reading, but I kind of want to just start with this first row and talk about it a little bit, because right off the bat I'm not getting the best sounding message, I should say. The Two of Wands is a card for me of thinking about the future, in any way. This could be planning for the future in a concrete sort of way. This could just be imagining the future. It's considering the future in just some sort of way. With the 8 of Swords and then the 7 of Swords coming out afterwards, the 8 of Swords is a card that talks about self-limitations, or rather the act of intentionally holding oneself back or limiting oneself in any sort of regard. So this could, of course, it depends on the context and the rest of the row. But just generally, the Eight of Swords is a card that talks about either self-limiting beliefs, limiting oneself in one's actions, holding oneself back, that sort of concept. And it's usually out of fear or anxiety or insecurity, heavy on insecurity. I think, so with the Seven of Swords, this is a card that talks about strategy mainly. A lot of people see it as a card of being sort of sneaky, but to me it's a card about strategy. It's about being deliberate about one's next moves, or one's moves just generally. And then the Page of Cups is a card to me that is very symbolic of innocent feelings. And by innocent, I mean the word true really wants to come out, and I can't think of a better word, so true it is. Honest feelings, I think, is also a great way to describe it. But it's a card that is a bit naive. It's, again, sort of innocent. It's in some ways childlike. And then the kind of overall energy message, another card to consider, was the Fool reversed. And the Fool, typically, when it's upright, is a card that talks about new beginnings, taking a leap of faith of some kind. For me, there's a sort of intentionality and deliberateness, for sure. Even without the Seven of Swords, just generally for me, the Fool, there is an energy of deliberately choosing to have this new beginning or take this leap of faith or what have you. With it being reversed, with it being reversed, it's a card of hesitation. It's a card of second thoughts. I'm picking up on very much a hesitant energy, but it's coming from a place of fear, kind of. That's what it sort of feels like. When we consider the entire row on its own, it comes across as being very, like, holding one's cards close to one's chest. When it comes about what moves to make next regarding some sort of feeling. There's a certain sort of fondness coming through with that Page of Cups. I can't distinguish if it's admiration or adoration, but there is a fondness. I think that someone is being, or trying to be, very careful in what moves they make next. And I think it's coming out of a place of hesitation. I'm not sure why there is hesitation. I guess we can explore that next. But that's what it seems to be so far, is that someone is trying to be very careful. Ace of Pentacles. The Lovers. I got a bit excited when that popped out. Interesting. Whoops. Oh, we have the Sun. Oh. This is the Empress, and mind you, we started with the Emperor on the bottom of the deck earlier. Oh, this row is really good. The Ten of Pentacles is the overall, but this is a really great row, but I struggle to see how this ties in with that first row, because the Ace of Pentacles is a card that talks about new opportunities. This can, I'm picking up, or rather, this comes across as something that is very tangible. So while not necessarily about like finances or career, which is often what the Pentacles can represent, this sort of feels like someone doing something in a tangible sort of way that opens up a new door to something. And I think that with the Lovers, this is a very intentional decision. The Lovers is a card that talks about choice, and while it of course can carry romantic connotations, there's something here just in the, I guess, energy of it that is very set on a particular decision, which I'm assuming is this Ace of Pentacles. I think that someone here is very confident in this decision, in making this offer, in opening this door, because with the Empress, I'm getting that feeling of adoration again. There is a very particular fondness here. And with the Sun being here does not help. This is like the most positive card in the entire tarot deck. But with the Sun, I'm picking up on a sense of confidence and a sense of optimism, particularly. It's not even just hope, because I was going to say it feels like hope. It's more so that someone is very optimistic about, I think, what is going to come out of this. And I think that it is very largely in part of just the way that they see this Empress. This energy adores this Empress. It's maybe bordering the boundary of like having this person on a pedestal, but this energy feels very loving, is the reason why I don't think that this Empress is up on a pedestal. It feels very wholesome, it feels very all-encompassing and holistic. I just think that whatever energy I'm channeling really loves this person, and with the Ten of Pentacles being the overall energy message, the extra card to kind of consider, this is the card of like a happy home and happy family, happy life. This is the life to build up to, so to speak. And I think that that's very likely what the energy that I'm channeling right now, how this energy feels. I just realized we started the row with the Ace of Pentacles, which is the beginning of, okay, to give some context for anyone who doesn't know, in addition to the major arcana, so the things like the Sun, the Empress, the Lovers, there is the minor arcana, which is kind of just typically your playing card suits, basically. So you have numbers 1 to 10, and then you have the court. 1, 10. Tarot likes to highlight cycles, and 1 is the beginning of the cycle, 10 is the end, and so it sort of comes across as this 10 of Pentacles being this energy's intention, their long-term intention. In opening this door, in making this, in creating this new beginning, their intention is to end here, is to have it all. But that doesn't explain why there's this hesitation in the first row. I'm gonna pull a third row and see what comes out, but the Four of Wands, a lot of people like to call this the marriage card. I'm not gonna get ahead of myself here, but it's just really lovely to see it. The Nine of Wands. I shouldn't have gotten ahead of myself. The Queen of Cups. The Three of Pentacles, and then overall we have Temperance reversed. I think I know what's going on here. I think this row is explaining why there is this hesitation, why there is this need to be careful. I think. So this person, this energy, is showing up as the Page of Cups in the first row. And then we have the Queen of Cups in the third row. I think what's going on here is that... Okay. Four of Wands. Yes, a lot of people call it the marriage card, the union card, whatever. Right now, in this context, I think that this card represents more than just that. It's a union on a much deeper level. It kind of gives off the energy of the Lovers, which is a very, again, deliberate, a very serious, sort of assured, confident energy in this particular decision. This card does most certainly involve more than one person. The context of everything here, I think what's going on is this is one person towards another. There is nothing necessarily that indicates romance in this case, so for anyone who is listening, just take it how you know, it resonates or fits with you. Regardless, to take the action of coming together with something that poses a lot of difficulty for this energy. It's something that they feel is, I don't want to say burdensome, but almost like a wall to climb, or a wall to get through. There's a lot of sort of pressure, and that's particularly coming, I think, from anxiety and some of the other, you know, like with the Eight of Swords, this feeling of like insecurity or hesitation, I think, is stemming from how difficult it would be for them to do this. It's so hard to explain this right now in specific wordings. I think that because this person is it was just my dog being let in. Anyways, this person is showing up as the Page of Cups, which is lower in, I don't want to say lower, that's kind of harsh, but there's a sort of maturity that this Page of Cups does not have in comparison to this Queen of Cups. And I think that is where this hesitation and this feeling of just difficulty with this connection, partnership, whatever, I think that's where the hesitation is coming from. I think that is what is, not necessarily like that it's holding this person back in a way that they can't control it. I think it's just this, they don't feel like they are on the level of this Queen of Cups. But with the Three of Pentacles, I feel like there's this desire to work towards that, to work towards getting onto this Queen of Cups' level. It's just with Temperance reversed. So Temperance is a card of balance. See my dog. It's a card of particular circumstances, divine timing. Right now, I just, with it being reversed, I do not think that this person feels, this energy feels that they are in a position in which they are on, you know, this Queen of Cups' level. And so, hence the hesitation, hence the Fool being reversed. But I think that this energy really, 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 really adores whoever the object of their affection is. Anyways, I'm running out of time. I have to get somewhere, and the sun's going down. So that is all for now.